Hello everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I will discuss with you about some specific date which is responsible to complete your LOC work. As we know that as soon as possible board will share with us class 9th and 11th registration and class 10th LOC. CBSE has already released a circular for regarding this. We have received a specific circular for this activities. Schedule of activities related to direct admission in class 10th and 12th subject change LOC registration CWSN child with special needs. CBSE has been released circular to perform these activities. The first is if you want to take the direct admission in class 10th and 12th, if you want to change the subject. The next is LOC list of candidates class 9th and 11th registration and CWSN candidate a child with special need. One more, if your attendance is short or if you have performed these activities, please listen. CBSE is saying that we are giving time to time some framework, significant guidelines to perform the different types of activities of secondary and senior secondary certificate examination. In this reference, CBSE has shared the circulars with us. We have some specific points, so please focus on it. The first is direct admission cases. If we have or if you are taking any direct admission in class 10th and 12th, the last date is, or we can say that this is the timeline when you will complete this activity. Your date is 31st August. Some specific points for this particular activities are, listen carefully, school to give admission. The second is school to compile all cases of direct admission in tabular form, separate for class 10th and 12th. Please listen carefully. You will communicate with the regional office with separate 10th and class 12th list separately. You will make a separate list of class 10th and 12th and you will concern with the regional office. Then the next is school to receive communication of deficiency for admission cases, if any, from the regional office. If your regional office communicates to you and they are providing you have some specific deficiencies to complete this direct admissions, kindly rectify it so that your direct admissions proceed further. The next point is school to communicate fulfill of deficiency, if any, regarding admission case of to the regional office. The next is regional office to communicate the decision. All the things will depend on the regional office. If you are providing the tabulation list of class 10th and 12th for direct admission, all the things will depend on the CBSE. It means depend on the regional office. You will share all the things with the regional office. They will take the decision. If all the documents are complete, then they will provide the admission. They will allow you to add these students in your LOC. Otherwise you can't take the permission from the board so that you can add your students in this particular class LOC. One more point in this reference is for direct admission class 10th and 12th. These are some specific cases. Please listen carefully. For the first is case of direct admissions, or you can change in the subject. This is the message for some particular direct admission. If you are taking any direct admission in class 10th and 12th, you want to change the subject, you have to complete this task in the month of September, October, November and December. It means if you are taking, you have to complete these activities in this particular month. What is saying that if you have taken the direct admission after 15 July, listen carefully, if you have taken any direct admission after 15 July, or this is a particular transfer case, parents who is government employee, this is a particular specific condition, you have to share this list with your regional office within 7 days. Within 7 days of admission. These are some specific condition. It means this condition belongs to your government employee. If the parents is government employee, you have to inform the board as soon as possible. They have show that limits of the date limits also within 7 days you have to inform to CBSE. The second is activities related to CWSN. Activities related to CWSN. CWSN full form is candidate or child with special need. You have to perform these activities up to 31st August. Some specific points are: you make a compiled list of CWSN students in tabular form. You will send this particular list to CBSE. The C point is, if there is any deficiency, means if your document is not complete, board will share this deficiency with us. If your document is not complete, fourth point is saying that you have to complete all the deficiency as soon as possible. It means you can communicate or coordinate with your regional office. The next is school to receive communication to approval of concession exemptions for CWSN from the regional office. It means you have received the communication message from the side of board. The next point is you have to take the approval from the CBSE by 31st August, so that you can add your CWSN students in your LOC. These are some particular conditions so that you can add your students in class 10th and 12th LOC. Now the next point is activities related to change job. I have received lots of call from someone, and many teachers have discussed the same thing with us. The student want to change the subject in class 10th and 12th. It means if the students have other additional subject in class 11, but he or she want to change his or her subject in class 12, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Board is provide this facilities to us. If you want to change your subject, some specific activities you have to perform. You have to perform these activities up to 31st August. 31st August you have to perform this activity. The first is parents candidate have to apply for change of the subject to the school. The second point is school to analyze change of subject request as and when received as per the examination bylaws. It means you have to check your examination bylaws, your subject combination is valid or not. Actually we have seen that the students is demanding different subject, but these are not correct as per the affiliation bylaw. So this is the side of the CBSE. Your subject should be in a ethical manner. The next point is school to compile all subject change cases in tabular form and send to the regional office. School to receive communication of deficiency for change of the subject, if any, from the regional office. Regional office will discuss with you if there is any deficiency. You can share. Board will share with you. You can solve or you can provide a particular document if they will demand it. Now the next is school to communicate fulfill of deficiency if any regarding subject change case to the regional office. The next point you will receive approval from the side of CBSE, so that you can add or you can changes the subject in LOC. Without changes in the LOC, you have not permitted to change in any subject. LOC is the final. When you are able to change in the LOC, it means you have a specific permissions to change in the subject. The next point board want to discuss with us. The fourth point is activity related to LOC list of candidate. It is very, very important task. You have to complete as soon as possible. Board will discuss with us. It will start in the month of August. Submission of the list of candidates for class and 12th start from 14 August. LOC will start from 14 August. Board will share with us as soon as possible. SOP, standard operating procedure. Board will share with us as soon as possible. You will complete the LOC of class 10th and 12th. Likaya schools to continue with submission of a list of candidates of class 10th and 12th. September 20. These are some timeline when you have to complete your LOC without fine, or when you will complete your LOC with fine. In the next point, we can say that submission of list of candidates for class 10 to continue to 13 September without late fee. This is the last date when you have to complete your LOC without late fee. The next submission of the list of candidates of class 10 to 12 with late fee start from 14 April Thursday to 22 September Friday. These are some specific date and day when you complete your LOC with fine or without fine. With late fee, you will be automatically added in your LOC fee if you have not completed. If you will not complete your activities on some specific time span. The next point is point number 5. Activities related to the attendance shortage. It's I assume that and I assume that many students are not coming in this. It is compulsory in the CBSE system. CBSE students have at least 75% of students in the board examination. It is compulsory for the students. So if the students have a very shortage attendance case, so you will perform these activities in the month of January. The first thing is to consider attendance, put in the students up to 1st January to the academic session for class 10th and 12th. School to compile all shortage of attendance cases in tabular form, separately class 10th and 12th, and send to the regional office. The last date is reach by 5th of January. The next point is schools to receive deficiency, if any, from the regional office letters by the 15th of January of the academic session. School will complete fulfill all the deficiency if they have received from the side of regional office till 20th January. The next point is schools to receive approval from CBSE for shortage of attendance case of 31st of January. If you received any message from the side of CBSE regarding deficiency, you have to rectify it, you have to solve it. We have faced these cases in school affiliation and short attendance. If any task you have to complete regarding or with the board, if you have not shared some specific cases, so therefore the CBSE will discuss whether you have to complete these activities. The next point is point number 6, activities related to candidate participating in sports and Olympiad. The next point is activities related to candidates participating in sports and Olympiad. First point is schedule for requesting for the sports Olympiad participating by 31st December. Students to give their request to the school. School to request Sports Authority of India, Homi Bhabha Center for Science Educations for their recommendations. We have two types of activities in this point. First, if the student want to participate in a sports activity, or if the student is participate in science Olympiad. The next point is school to send their recommendation along with recommendation of a Sports Authority of India, Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education through the regional office. All the above activities should be completed latest by 31st December. 31st December is the last date when you have complete these activities. No request will be entertained after 31st December. 31st December is the last date when you have to complete this activity. After 31st December, board will not entertain you. The next point is these facilities are available only for the board main theory examination. Falling during the date of event of the particular short Olympiad, the participating of the students on this particular event. You can see this particular circular so that you can read completely or you can read briefly about this particular activity. And now the next you have to perform the next activity. For participating in sports and Olympiad, I have already discussed with you. School to receive approval from the side of regional office by 15 January regarding sports and Olympiad participation. The next activity is now the activity number 7. Activities related to the ward of armed force. Action for ward of armed force and parts military force martial arts in the line of the duty. In this particular activity, schools to send all such requests to the concerned regional office by 31st January of this academic. In this circular, board have discussed with us all the day to perform these activities. You have some specific time spent to complete these activities. So I want to sum up my words with this circular. If you face any problem or if you have any query, you may discuss with us in comment box. Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel so that you can receive a notification of the latest video. Let's see, we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.